Welcome to the Capital Gains Tax Solutions Podcast intro interview with Mike Zlotnick, and I'm your host, Brett Swarts. Each episode, we're bringing on some amazing guests, and this episode will not have any reason for you to regret to listen to it. Mike is going to bring a ton of value regarding adding building wealth through value-add multifamily real estate, as well as other distressed properties, and talking about a cannabis deal that's just unbelievable and amazing what he's been able to do with taking a second lien on a deal. You're not going to want to miss this. He's also going to touch on COVID-19 and what's happened and some really the two hottest sectors that he's found. They're conversions for certain property types. You have to look for the episode and hear it, what he talks about, what he's seeing right now. But in this episode, we're talking about the biggest frustration with capital gains tax deferral options. So Mike Zlotnick, take it away. What's the biggest frustration you found when it comes to capital gains tax deferral options?
Well, I have this interesting conversation. People reach out to me and ask me if we accept 1031 exchange into a fund. The answer is we don't. Our funds are pooled investment vehicles, and we're not tenants in common, so the folks cannot do 1031 into our funds. They would love to participate. So they have this little bit of a dilemma. What do? They want to sell appreciated real estate, but they can't put the money into a fund. So I'm not an expert DST, but DST could be an alternative, a vehicle for them to be able to move the money into a fund like ours. So my conversation with them is, listen, you could pay the taxes today. A little frustrating answer to the question, but our funds, they're great funds. We just don't accept 1031. So my frustration is help folks to be able to participate in our funds, but avoid this 1031 monkey business, which they can't do. So if there's a better way to slice the bread, yeah, that's sort of a little bit of frustration there.
Yes, 100%. And there is, and it's called a Deferred Sales Trust. Once the funds are in the trust, they can be invested in multiple vehicles: stocks, bonds, mutual funds, real estate funds, passive or active, new business ventures, debt deals, ground up construction deals. Now, there's some stipulations. You can't put all of it in there. It's got to be based upon the risk, and it's got to be a healthy amount of liquidity, just like any bank would have, because we want to make sure that we can pay back the note. And it's got to be business purpose. Can't be any kind of primary home. But the Deferred Sales Trust is definitely an option for the funds to be invested tax deferred in real estate or debt and equity funds. You can learn more about that at capitalgainstaxsolutions.com. But I don't want to overstate the amazing interview I just had with Mike Zlotnick. And by the way, you can find Mike at tempofunding.com. That's tempofunding.com or bigmikefund.com. Look for the full episode. It's actually live right now on YouTube, and it's going to drop on iTunes real short.